Alrighty, welcome to the next game between LsP EduarDa playing the red Protoss against SaDiStiC bRuTo playing the green Terran. This is the third game between the guys, and this is a best of 3 series. And as you managed to put it together, this is the third game, and this standing. Sorry, so this is 1-1 as regards standings. First game was won by bRuTo, where he managed to rush EduarDa, and EduarDa didn't really manage to get up his choke, so he lost that game against that Marine push. And the second game was won by EduarDa, who managed to get big and managed to build that choke, so he was fine and managed to kill bRuTo, who was Protoss, and he didn't really manage to drop EduarDa. He just had mass dragoons. So of course the goons by themselves are not really effective against maxed out Zerg. But this time bRuTo is a Terran playing safely with a choke, so he's starting off barracks here. So we'll see how he's doing right now. He's starting off with the barracks built like this. He's not really building the barracks next to each other, but in this structure or form, which I mentioned in the first game, that it's quite effective, it's quite nice. In my opinion, I mean, from my side, I would put a bit closer right here, the barrack, the other barrack, but it's okay. So this excuse me, this form of building is quite nice because it's really nice against zealots. Marines can hide between Marines can hide behind the wrecks, and once more and more wrecks are built, then the Marines are just able to move from one location to the other like this, and it's really a nice way to shoot these zealots who cannot really enter the fray because of the barracks. So right now EduarDa is starting off with extra nexuses, made 2, so he's going for the big eco. And bRuTo is just doing the same thing like in the first game. He's just trying to bring some SCVs and Marines to get up a bunker. Sorry. But he's a bit late with that, and EduarDa managed to build up some cannons, which is really nice in the face of this game. If you go for extra 2, then you really want to be safe at your choke. Okay, two barracks being built right here, which is nice. To be honest, I don't see. Okay, I think these will be for firebet rush. So he will just land these barracks right here and go for a firebet rush to kill the probes. I was just confused for a bit because he didn't build them right here. So if a Terran player wants to go for firebet rush, they tend to build the wrecks right here, the very corner. But he didn't do that. He just maybe he didn't want to wait, and he wanted to start them immediately once the SCVs are right there, so he can just send them sooner. As if EduarDa had a sixth sense, so to say. He just built a pylon right there. This is not an uncommon thing. Myself do it many times. So when a Terran player doesn't really continue the attack, and it's quite silent from their side, I'm in the game, then I tend to build a pylon right here, as EduarDa did, just to be safe against this kind of attack. So okay, he sees that, and he sees that here as well. But Terran player might try this as well. Why not? He's just trying to build some units and try to go for the steam attack. But EduarDa knows this, and he's in a great spot because bRuTo didn't make fire bats but marines, and these marines won't really be effective. So when I mentioned this strange placement of the barracks, yeah, might have indicated that he is not going for the fire bats but for mass units in his base. Because if he went for fire bats, I think he just would have done that in the corner. He would have built those racks in the corner. Anyway, it doesn't matter because EduarDa was ready, so even if he went for the corner, then EduarDa would have seen that because he had pylons at the side of his base. So this plan didn't really work out well for bRuTo, because EduarDa has cannons, he has Dark Templar anytime soon, it's quite a fast DT, and bRuTo doesn't have detection. Once DTs are popped out, then these marines will die instantly. Okay, he didn't really make that DT. This might be a bit problematic for EduarDa. If this gateway is not preparing a DT right now, then he will have a hard time against this rush. I thought the DT will be earlier, and yep, but he has 2 more extra gateways, and I am sure they are producing DTs. If these gateways are not producing a DT, then alright, so the DT is outside, and as he doesn't really have detection, he will kill these marines so fast. So EduarDa managed to escape and be safe for the time being, and bRuTo doesn't really have anything at home. He will most probably go for 2 extra CCs. He really has to make use of his money, and the best way is to invest in extra CCs, of course. Okay, this will be an exciting game. So this is the last game between the guys, and who wins this game wins this series, as this is a best of 3, as I mentioned in the beginning of the game. So the DTs are clearing the base, killing all these wrecks, and EduarDa will be able to escape his base right now. He can take a deep breath and continue building up. On the other hand, bRuTo might be in a bit of a trouble, as he doesn't really have anything at home. He was really devoted to this attack, and he really aimed at sending all these wrecks to EduarDa's base. So he didn't really build anything at home. And right now EduarDa discovers this and sees that the Terran player is trying to get more buildings in a haste. bRuTo is trying to make use of these barracks and trying to make some units. This is his chance to get some units, because he has only 1 factory and a starport, which is not really good. Vessel is being made, which is good against DTs. Lots of Templars are just joining the army, and as a Protoss player, it's always nice to have Templars next to your Zealots, especially if the Terran player forgets to make bunkers, and they just have their Marines right here at the choke by themselves. Those Marines can be killed by 1 storm. Okay, I'm a bit surprised, so to say, as EduarDa didn't start to attack. Okay, he didn't really have many units, but still, I think he was able to see that Terran player didn't really have anything at home. He's just trying to attack right now, and bRuTo managed to get a choke up. This still might be enough. I mean, EduarDa might be able to go for the bust because he has a huge amount of army right here, and even though bRuTo managed to get some choke, he doesn't really have anything in his bunkers, and EduarDa just running on these bunkers and killing all these units. This might be the final blow. Terran player doesn't really have anything at home, so if EduarDa manages to win this fight, then he will win this series and win 2-1. He's just trying to come inside and sending all these Templars, Dark Templars, Goons, Zealots. He has everything a Protoss player wants to have. He's just sending these Templars and killing the economy of the Terran player, which should mean the end of that. Terran lost all his SCVs, he doesn't have any units, and massive Goons are flooding his base. So I expect him to tap out any time. GG. Yep, GG. Alright, so EduarDa won this nice series. It was a great games. I hope you guys enjoyed that.